What's up? So guys, I'm taking a bit of a bullet, taking a little bit of a hit by making this video for you guys because I'm talking about 3 controversial comic books that are in my collection. Yes guys, what is a controversial comic book? Pretty much it is a comic book that the contents of the story was a little much for the time and people didn't like it at its time of release. Now, not just that could be controversial, like there's some books out there that are controversial because of the cover. I'm not gonna dive into that because that's a whole another video for another time. These ones are just stuff that are controversial for the content of the story within the book. So yeah, that's what I got with you guys. I have 3 books here, 2 of which are Green Lantern, by the way, but you're not going to escape Green Lantern on this channel, and it just so happens I have a couple of the controversial issues. So yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and get into it. We're going to go from like tamest to worst. So yeah, the tamest one on this list, which is still kind of bad, we have Green Lantern number 54 from 1996, I want to say 96, 97. This is when Kyle Rayner took over, and this is super early in the Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern career. This is literally 3 issues after he like officially becomes the Green Lantern of Earth. So yeah, what happens in this story is Green Lantern Kyle Rayner is coming home after long day, and he's coming home. He sees a note on the table that says, "Hey, check the fridge." What's in the fridge? He finds his girlfriend in the fridge, and she's dead, and she's cut up, and she's put into pieces, and she's shoved into this refrigerator, and she's dead. And how did she die? This dude right here, his name's Major Force. He's kind of a menace. He's kind of a beast. And after this, Kyle Rayner had to kind of relocate. He went over to Bleecker Street from Marvel, believe it or not. Yeah, the place where he lived. He went to go seek an apartment on actual Bleecker Street from Marvel, and he runs into Wong. It's actually a super cool issue. But yeah, that's another thing for another day. So yeah, so Kyle Rayner's girlfriend dies pretty hard in this issue, and people weren't happy with it one time this book came out. So yeah, this one I specifically really want to get graded because my copy specifically is pretty minty fresh, and I want to try to get CGC to make note that it is like a controversial issue. So yeah, Green Lantern 54 from the Volume 3 run. This one here, absolute classic. I don't even think I need to explain why this issue is controversial. You can already know, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. We have Green Lantern number 85 from 1972, 1971. However, I will say this copy I have is not the actual issue. It's a facsimile reprint because that issue is a very expensive book, and I don't have a lot of money, so I had to settle for the reprint here, which is still cool. I still like it. I eventually want to get the real thing one day. Why is this issue controversial? You guys already know, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. This issue is controversial because this dude right here, who is Speedy, the ward of Green Arrow, turns out he's a junkie. He's a hardcore junkie, and he uses heroin in this comic book. And this is actually a 2-part story, so 85 and 86 are both storylines of how Speedy is like a drug user. So yeah, kind of like a big moment that happens. There's this whole, I remember there's this scene, there's this panel where it's almost like the Batman slapping Robin meme, but it's a Green Arrow slapping Speedy because he was so mad at him. But yeah, controversial issue because of drugs. Drugs was a big thing at the time of this release. It was kind of a big issue, and a lot of other comic series. Like I remember there was this another Spider-Man issue that released not too far, like long ago from this issue, that also was about drugs. So there were a lot of drug-related media and comics coming out at the time. And I think Green Lantern did the best because guess what? This series won an award. So yeah, Green Lantern is kind of the best, guys. I don't know. But yeah, Green Lantern 85, awesome book. I eventually want to get the real thing. Now guys, we are on to a bad one. We're on to a bad one. Why this is controversial, I am risking this video getting demonetized and age restricted. So real quick before I talk about this, make sure you like the video. It helps a lot more than you think. It helps me get recommended in the YouTube algorithm, so more people watch my videos, more people we have join our little community that we have going on here. And it helps me actually get views on this video, because if it gets age restricted, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we have Avengers number 200 here. Cool milestone issue, awesome cover. I wish that was all that this was, but no. What happens in this issue? So Carol Danvers, who is Miss Marvel at this time. She's not Captain Marvel yet. Ms. Marvel has an encounter with a supervillain. How do I say this without getting demonetized? She gets taken advantage of sexually. That's what we'll say. We're not gonna say the actual R word here. She gets taken advantage of sexually. Very brutal thing that happened in this comic. And not too long ago, like from this issue, I think it's either a couple issues later or a couple issues before, Yellow Jacket, who is Hank Pym, like slaps Janet, who was his wife. So a lot of violence towards women happening from Marvel at this time. What's up? What happening at Marvel at this time? I don't know. Good thing that doesn't really happen in comic books nowadays, but back then I don't know what Marvel was smoking. But yeah, she gets taken advantage of, and she gets impregnated by this supervillain, and she gives birth to the supervillain. Like the person, like the supervillain who used her, is the person that she gives birth to, like later. And it's a really weird thing. It's if you want to know more about it, go read it for yourself. Avengers 200. It's such a weird, complicated story. I can't tell you guys all about it because, and I'm already risking a lot, even like slightly mentioning it. But it's a bad issue. It's a really bad issue. If you want to read it, knock yourself out. But yikes. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, Avengers 200. So that's all I got for you today. These are the controversial comic books in my collection. Like I said, I'm risking a lot, so please consider supporting me. We're getting really close to 300 subscribers. When we do 300 subscribers, when we get to that milestone, we're going to be doing a 300 subscriber giveaway. So please, if you want to win some free comics, potentially, subscribe to the channel. And also follow me on my Instagram. And like I said, like the video. It really means a lot more than you actually think. So yeah, like the video. And yeah, tell me a little bit about you guys in the comment section down below. Do you have any of these comics that I mentioned? Do you have any other controversial comics that you know about? Let me know. And yeah, so yeah, it's been Obito, guys. All I gotta say, see ya.